All right. Well, thanks for tuning in today. We have something kind of special today, really.
We have an exciting podcast today.
This is going to be a lot of fun. We are out in beautiful Beaufort, Missouri with Elizabeth Lindburg with the Rescue Movement Alliance. Had to get that right? Did I get that right? Sorry. And we have 12 little kitties who we hope are not going to be camera shy. This is Blackhawk right here. He's my buddy now.
He's your buddy.
Yes.
But so thanks for having us today. Have us out. This is awesome. This is a lot of fun. This is gonna
be a fun podcast.
Yeah, we've never gone on the road, so we're excited about that. But we have a little tradition of starting with a joke.
And we have a joke now.
So we have a joke now that someone forgot, and now we magically have it again.
All right.
So fire away.
All right, Elizabeth. Why was the cat so small?
Come here.
I don't know.
It only drank condensed milk. They're never good. They're always cheesy.
Kind of corny jokes, but what the heck, right?
All jokes.
Exactly.
I mean, that's a good one.
That's awesome.
So, Elizabeth, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and why you decided to start the Rescue Pet, the Rescue Alliance movement?
Yes, Rescue Movement Alliance.
Sorry.
No worries. So, growing up, we always rescued animals, me and my siblings and my mom. Yeah. I always knew I wanted an animal rescue. I thought I needed a bunch of money and experience to do it. However, our neighbor threatened to euthanize the entire stray cat colony in our neighborhood. Mm-hmm. And me and my sister weren't obviously going to stand by and let that happen. Right. So he had already trapped one of them. So we made a deal with him essentially that we would rehome that one and save that one if he would give us that one if we did it for all the remaining 13 in the neighborhood. So suddenly we found ourselves with 13 stray feral cats in our home and very large vet bill. So I was like, I guess I'm getting the 501c3 and we are doing this. Yeah. So we filled that house with 28 cats, I think, at one point, but over time, now we've probably rescued like 90 cats.
Wow.
That's incredible.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so we're selling that home, and that's where this sanctuary came from because we had to get the cats out, and we moved to our farm, and my dad was like, they are not coming in the farmhouse, so what are we doing? So we got this tiny house, and they are taking it over.
And this is beautiful. This is brand new, right? It just kind of got finished, or maybe some finishing touches.
We finished it on Saturday. I mean, we finished the floor, the walls, and the trim, and the AC. And then we threw 12 cats in here. So it'll continue to develop probably forever.
That's awesome.
That's so cool.
That is so cool. So are you going to be doing dogs and cats? And do you do other animals as well? How I know you're kind of getting going, but what's the plan for that, do you think?
Yeah, so right now, in this building at least, it's only cats. But we've helped rehome 9 dogs so far.
Oh, that's great.
So
awesome.
Essentially, people will just call us, like last resort, they've called every other rescue, and they just need to desperately rehome their dog.
Right.
Maybe due to, one lady had a bunch of kids, and the dog kept starting fights, and the kids, obviously you can't tell a 3-year-old don't walk around with food.
Right.
Yeah. So it just kept happening, and they tried desperately, but we helped rehome the dog to a great, they live on a farm, and he got to go out and explore, and there's like a pack of 7 dogs there, and he fit in perfectly. Awesome. So I mainly just do the rehomings, and I think people get a lot of smack for rehoming dogs, but if you can provide like a so much better environment for that dog,
well,
there's no reason to give them, I mean, they're doing what's best for that animal, so you shouldn't shame someone for wanting the best if that's no longer what they can provide.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, some folks get in a position where they just can't take care of it, or there's an issue.
Life changes.
Something like that, and you might as well get a good home for the dog rather than having, not taking care of it or not, whatever.
Yeah, when you shame people for it, then that's how dogs ended up like abandoned or thrown dumpsters or anything like that. So there's no reason for shaming.
It's giving them a good second chance.
Yeah,
a good
we're
second
all animal
home.
Lovers, and we all want the best for them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So how old are all these little guys here?
So these guys, I think, are about 10 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah, someone we had a cold front come in like a few weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, I guess. And he saw them in the neighborhood, and he was like, I don't want them to freeze. So he brought all 12 kittens into his apartment, like this tiny apartment, and he had all 12 in his apartment for 3 weeks.
Oh my God.
I can imagine. I'm grateful to have this building with me or not in my living space.
Yeah.
Like,
getting into like everything you have.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's just, you know, good people taking in cats that need the help, and that's where a lot of our animals come from.
How many pets do you think, and you have a lot in foster care right now, right? So I imagine that's always a big need, is to have foster families, right?
Yeah,
So
I
if
mean,
anybody's listening, if you want to foster some
You
pets,
wanna
we got you
foster
covered. But that's got to
Yes.
be something that you're always looking for, right?
it's huge. I mean, we were always planning on just being foster based.
Okay.
So not having a shelter, not having any animals in cages, rather in homes where that person isn't committing financially or long term to any of these pets. They're just opening their home for an animal to thrive, because these feral cats especially need that one-on-one attention to become more friendly. And this is so ridiculous. For those of you listening, there's a cat on my lap that is just being so cute, so you should watch.
Yeah, I also have one on mine too, just chilling out.
Yeah, if you watch any of these on video,
awesome.
it should be this one. But you should watch all
You should
of
be
them,
very
'cause they're
jealous
great.
right now.
I forgot my train of thought. But yeah, so being in foster homes, it just allows those pets to get that one-on-one attention that you really can't provide in a shelter like this. Like, yeah, I come out here and hang out with them and just waste all my time.
Yeah.
But I can only hang out with them and like give
So-
each one that one-on-one attention.
Yeah.
So fostering is just really amazing. And again, there's no financial commitment. There's no long-term commitment. Just whatever you can provide, even if it's just going to your local shelter and taking a dog for a walk.
Right.
Especially if you're taking photos and videos, they
Yeah.
can make content and find that dog a home a lot easier.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's awesome. We used to do that at the Humane Society in St. Louis sometimes. It was
go
great.
dog walking. It
Yeah,
was
it was
always
a lot of
fun. And
fun.
then you see the dog, you're just like, oh, can we take him home?
That was always
That was the hardest part.
Yeah.
Fostering dogs is hard. I mean, it's not hard because you're trying to help them. The hard part is when you
Not
find them
failing.
that forever family. Yeah.
Yeah, you
I
call
failed
it
one
foster
time.
fail.
Yeah, I failed one time. I mean,
You did.
totally. I mean, but the first couple it was greyhounds back then. We were fostering greyhounds, and we had adopted one, and then we fostered one, found him a great home, fostered another one, and almost failed, came really close. And then number 3, well, I was done. The second I picked him up, I knew he was my dog. So
I've definitely
it was
had that
crazy.
happen. Yeah, I know. A lot of people say they can't foster because they would be so heartbroken to give the animal up, and I think you just have to change your perspective on it.
Yeah.
And really, what you're doing is saving that animal's life, and
Yep.
you're saving another one because you're opening up a kennel for them to bring in another animal.
Sure.
And then once you don't keep that one, and you're just the in-between man, and it goes to its forever home, that
Then you
opens up
find
another
a
spot
great-
in your home to foster again. So
yeah.
it is hard, but you just kind of gotta, accept that they're going somewhere even better,
Yeah.
and you're helping.
You're
enjoy
giving
it
them a
more.
good spot for now, and they're going to go on somewhere even better.
Enjoy
Yeah.
your time with them and have fun and love them, and then let them go to their new home and bring in another one. Right?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So it sounds like you're really an advocate for fostering before adopting, even like any animal.
I was just gonna make that point. I always suggest to foster before adopting,
Yeah.
because I think it's pretty crazy that people go into a shelter, they see a dog in a kennel, probably not looking its best, and they're like, I will commit to you for the rest of your life for any issues you have. Like, that's why a lot of people return dogs. So if you could
That's
just
a good
go in
point.
and foster and be like, okay, well, maybe these problems, I thought I could maybe handle them, but I can't. So let's be honest on their adoption page so we can find a home where it will be a permanent home, because that person will commit to any of those issues.
Yeah. So do you require folks, like if I came to you and said, hey, I want to adopt a cat, or what, would you say, hey, foster it for a little while first, make sure, or how do you typically, is there a process there that you?
I mean, if they want to adopt, I think cats are a little bit easier.
Yeah.
Well, I think
we've
you're
only
right.
had one person return a cat, and to be
yeah.
fair, that cat is a lot. It just like will jump onto you. I'm honestly like, let's keep it as a talent cat. We
Go to
can get it in
America's Got
commercials.
Talent.
Yeah, Erica's, my sister's like, well, it's my cat. I'm like, yeah, I only want to borrow it for commercials, like paid gigs. It's fine. So we have only had one person return a cat. But especially
cats are they're kind of their own sometimes, right? I mean, you can leave them if you're gone long hours, like we work long hours, they can stay.
I mean, even for like a long weekend, they have litter and endless food supplies and water.
Right. Dog's not going to do that.
Okay.
So that's a little different story, I think, with the dogs, right?
Yeah. So, and if somebody has a dog or a cat, I definitely typically recommend fostering.
Sure.
They want to make sure it's a good fit with the other animals. I always think, no matter what, put your own animals first. So if you're like, my cat would hate if I fostered, don't foster.
Exactly.
That is your fur baby, so you gotta respect them first.
Yeah,
exactly.
Well, there's a big change in the pack when you bring a new animal in.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, a whole shift happens. Or maybe it doesn't.
Yeah. Right. What you gotta?
No, you go ahead.
I was just gonna ask you, like, what was your biggest challenge, kind of getting started? Do you think?
It was definitely just getting the 501c3. I'm not like into the paperwork. Like if I read any like lawyer document, I fall asleep immediately. Like that needs to be like my regimen for going to bed.
You mean you don't like reading IRS instructions?
Yeah,
they're awesome.
Right. So
it's like 50 pages for a one-page form. I don't get it, but hey, whatever.
Yeah. So I had someone who was offering to help me set up the nonprofit for free.
Yeah.
And he was like, okay, so you make an S corp and then you turn it into a nonprofit. And I was like, okay, like I don't know.
Sounds easy.
So then I got the S corp, and then I was talking to other people, and they're like, oh, that's not how you do it. I was like, okay, so we'll dissolve that, and then I'll go to someone who actually knows what they're talking about.
Right.
And I just ended up hiring a law firm, and it was not cheap, but I know all the paperwork's done correctly. So I think anyone going into any new venture. Hire help.
Do it the right way. That's good advice. For sure. That's awesome. So are there other animal rescues in the area that you collaborate with?
I haven't really collaborated with any yet. Okay. The whole reason we kind of started was because everyone's so full. Yeah. And like we couldn't pass our cats that we took in off to any rescues because everyone's just like, please no, I can't take them. Right. So I haven't directly had the opportunity to, but I would love to. There are a lot of good ones out there.
Sure. Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah. Cool. What's the future look like?
Yeah. So I know you guys are into real estate. And this is a real estate podcast.
This is a cat. It's a house. We're in the cat house.
Yes,
right. We're finding a second home for the cats.
Well, yeah.
So one idea I love is mixing fostering with going on vacation. Yeah. So I love Airbnbs, and I would love to have my own. Yeah. And I always thought it would be really fun to foster while on vacation. So an idea I have, we have a trailer here where I would invite people out to stay in the trailer, and if they want to adopt one of the cats, they can bring it out there and spend the weekend with it and see how that goes.
Oh, that's a cool idea.
Yeah, so I would love to partner with rescues all over and be like, here's a local Airbnb that's pet friendly. I've talked to them. They're okay with doing our rescue stays program. So anyone vacationing that wants to go, they would specifically probably go to that Airbnb and then go to that nearby rescue and say, I want to foster for the weekend. And that rescue would provide all the supplies they need to foster that pet for the weekend.
That's cool.
That'd be so fun.
Because sometimes, vacation, I know you're probably busy a lot. However, if you're fostering like a dog, that dog is either sitting in a kennel in your nice, quiet Airbnb for 8 hours a day, or it's in a loud, noisy shelter, not getting any exposure. And maybe they get a 30-minute walk, but if they could be in your quiet Airbnb and they get to sleep with you at night.
Just a little bit of one-on-one time, I'm sure they all just appreciate too.
Yeah.
It's a change of scenery. And
you can take pictures of them in a home, in a bed, and that just helps their adoption bio be that much more appealing to looking.
That's cool.
And it gives people who are coming in, what can we do outside? Like if we have a dog, what trails can we go take the dog on a walk for or something like that? Just gets you out and about into the community. Explore something different that you might not have thought of doing when you first, went there. Yeah,
and most people aren't vacationing with their own pets, so they have the opportunity to foster when maybe at home their pet wouldn't let them foster, so they can on vacation.
That's kind of cool.
That's a fun idea. I love that.
Yeah.
And it's beautiful out here. This would be an
It
awesome
is,
place
yeah.
to come spend a weekend, believe me.
Yeah. Future plans for here, I would love to. We're building across the lake our future homes, and hopefully we're gonna move this building over there and get more buildings and hopefully some farm animals. And I would love to have like a campground place for people to come go glamping and stay with more of the animals and all that.
That's awesome.
That'd be so cool.
That's very cool. I love how these guys are all you fed them right before we started.
Yeah, they're all
so they're all
crashing
kind of like taking that little siesta, I guess, after lunch.
Yeah, I was in here earlier getting attacked, really, so they're tired.
Yeah, I got one just taking a fat cat nap on my lap.
Well, and the one you have, so we asked Elizabeth, how do you, he or she, I can't remember, is black, and they're both, and I'm like, how do you tell them apart? Because they look exactly alike.
It can be hard when it's like an all black cat and they look so alike. We have two right now that are older that just went to foster home that are all white with this like gray mohawk. And one's a girl and one's a boy, but I still can't tell them apart. And they're like 4 months old now at this point.
Did you name all these guys here?
We just finished naming all these ones after birds. So every litter, we do like different name types. So these guys are all named after birds. And then
that's cool.
In the trailer, we just got 4, and we named them after times, like high noon.
Oh, that's cool.
Quarter till 6:30 and 5 o'clock. It's super fun.
You get to have fun with it.
You have to be creative because you can't have 2 bobs in the system.
Like, how do you come up with all the names? Do you just go on like Google?
We haven't had to go that far. We just
Just
pick a category. It's like categories essentially.
Yeah.
I was waiting.
I saw that coming too. I was like, he's gonna go. He's gonna go.
That's Owl.
That's Evil
Owl isn't
Knievel.
good at flying.
He's pretty too, man. He's got that calico look. That was funny. Good cat. That's awesome.
They're just pure entertainment.
Absolutely.
So what are some of the big needs? I mean, being in a rescue, obviously, we talked a little bit about fosters. That's a never-ending list, right? You could have 1 million people sign up for that, right?
Yeah. The more fosters you have, the more animals you can help.
Yeah,
so it's like, if we could get all these guys in fosters, that opens this entire sanctuary to be taking 10 more cats.
Is there an area that you? I mean, it sounds like you'll kind of help anywhere, but is there kind of an area around Buford or so many miles that you'll go, or just wherever the need is? You guys are. Jump in the car and go if you need to help, right?
I had someone randomly find this dog that I've been trying to rehome on Pet Finder, and he was in California. And there was a point in time where I was like, do I road trip out to California to pick this dog? Like, maybe.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like I said, if you want to come vacation in the middle of Missouri, you come from wherever, we'll have a place to stay. And you can take a cat home with you. Or 5, you're making the drive.
You might as well take a couple, right?
Right.
You're coming that far. That's awesome.
So it's really wherever. And I know we're an hour outside St. Louis, so I'm constantly going into St. Louis. So if somebody wants to foster, I'll bring them the cat. I just made a post. I was like, we'll deliver cats. That's typically what we were doing when we didn't have a place and they were out of our home. We're like, we don't want a bunch of adopters coming into our home, so we'll bring them to you. Right. But now you can come to us.
You're like Domino's, but you bring cats instead of pizzas. That's awesome.
Hot delivery.
Or maybe cat and pizza. Whatever.
Cat and pizza,
If that gets you.
You mentioned Pet Finder. So for people who might not know that, what is that service or what site?
Pet Finder is a site where pretty much all rescues will list their cats available for adoption on there. So you can get on there and do a very specific search for, say, dog, because that's a little easier, specific breed, color, size, weight, age. Are they good with kids? Are they good with other cats, dogs? All that. So you can do a really specific search, and it can be based on location. I think that guy in California who's like, how did I find you?
Anyway, I was playing on it yesterday or the other day, and I did anywhere, but I only wanted to look at greyhounds because that's my dream dog. And there's 2 down in Florida. I was like you said, maybe road trip.
I've heard a lot of people. I mean, people drive to buy dogs all the time.
Right.
why don't you try to adopt?
Exactly.
And save your life.
Yeah.
And it seems that Missouri has a bad rap. Maybe it's the truth though, but a lot of like puppy mills and stuff. And I'm sure kitten mills or whatever you call it. But I'm sure there's a lot of that going on. And man, those are just bad situations.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I hate to say that, but they create that
mentality,
excess inventory, right? There's too many dogs and cats, and sometimes, and so for what you guys do to help find homes for needy animals, that's really something special.
It's great.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people will specifically go and search for a specific dog breed, and they think they can only get that breed from a breeder, but that's just not true. So if you go on Pet Finder, you can find that specific breed. But I know for me, like, the main reason I actually originally was getting into this rescue world was in college. Growing up, I always wanted a border collie. Then in college, I fostered one. It took me like a week to be like, oh, no. Like, this is not right for my lifestyle. And that dog had very specific behavior issues that I was just like, this is not a good fit.
Right.
Yeah. So sadly, I was like, I can't even foster this dog until it finds its next home. Like, I just can't do it.
Right.
Give me a smaller dog, and then they gave me my Chihuahua named Boo Boo, and I never thought I would own a Chihuahua, but I was like, you are perfect for my lifestyle. And now I have 2 Chihuahuas. I had 3 at one point.
Yeah.
So I just think educating people on specific dog breeds before they even adopt or purchase, ideally not purchase.
Right.
But I do understand there are some situations where people have kids and they just can't risk bringing in a dog that might have behavioral issues. So I'm not like fully against going to breeders. Just make sure you do your research and you make sure they're an appropriate breeder. Like, don't go to Petland.
No.
Those are from puppy mills. So do your research and if you can try to rescue, foster first and see if it's good fit.
That's awesome. That's awesome. What other needs does your organization have? Funding, I'm sure, is always a big one. Food,
yes,
right?
Yes. I was just telling you guys, we quickly ran out of kittens. We are doing a run to the store right now. So food funding, this shed building was almost $17,000 just the shell of it.
Right.
I don't even know what the cost now from the contractors has added to at this moment.
Sure.
But I am doing a lot of fundraising and offering some sponsorships for like bigger ones where you can have your businesses or personal name on the side of the building, like big photo opportunity. And then we have 4 kennels in here that are. So you could specifically sponsor one kennel and your business name would be on it, and any cat that's in there, or would post about it and say you're helping save this cat.
That's awesome.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
So lots of fun opportunities. Always doing fundraising events and whatnot.
Right. Well, that's how we met. Was just at a networking event.
Yeah.
So very cool. Just trying to spread the word and get it out there. Are you guys on? Obviously, you're online. Good presences.
Our website is rescuemovement.com.
Awesome.
And then all of our social media is Rescue Movement Alliance.
Awesome.
Perfect.
Very cool.
Awesome.
Do you have any other?
No,
You
can I
wanna
take this
one
cat home?
Yeah, looks
I
like
don't
you
think
found
my
a-
bird would want
Please
that,
don't.
but
Look
she.
at that. That's
he
the
is
best
so
cat. He's
sweet.
been like just
He's
wrapped
been
out the
He
whole
has
time.
not moved,
No, he has not.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Very cool. Well, anything else that you can think of?
Come adopt a cat.
Yeah, this
It's
is
the
awesome.
cat distribution system.
Yeah, I mean, like again, we're in real estate, right? And we help people buy and sell homes, mainly buy, but it's not a home till you have a pet.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
So come out,
That's so
get a pet,
true.
get a cat, take 3. They're small. It's awesome. Elizabeth, thanks for having us out. This has
appreciate
been
it.
awesome.
This is so
Thank you
fun.
for what you do. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Right on.
And one last thing.
Yes.
If
Absolutely.
anybody ever sees a cat outside that they think is a stray or feral, one good tip is if you notice that their ear tip is missing, that means it's already been trapped and spayed or neutered and re-released. So you don't need to bother that one because it's probably being cared for as well on top of that.
Okay.
So, and if you see kittens, you can kind of try to monitor it and see if the mom comes back. Especially sometimes she'll move them from one location to another.
Sure.
Yeah.
So she might just be coming back for the other half
Okay.
or that one last one.
Yeah.
So just like monitor it and see if there is the mom around, and then you can not disturb them. You just keep, unless they're in a really dangerous
Right,
spot,
right, right.
then you want to get them out of there.
Right.
But
Is it a good idea to leave some food for them, maybe, or something? Or
yeah,
is
you
that...
can leave food, just not ideally not too much, and
Okay.
you don't want to leave it like overnight
Okay.
because that'll just attract
Oh,
predators and
yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
That makes sense.
I never thought about that.
I don't
yeah.
typically feed cats outside, so
Okay.
that's not my expertise.
Yeah.
But just
Okay.
some little
That's
tips.
good.
Tips. Yeah.
Out there,
Awesome. And if somebody needs help, finding a home for an animal,
Yes.
call Elizabeth. We'll call us. We'll get you in touch with Elizabeth, and we'll get, find those puppies or kitties
where,
new
yeah,
homes.
to help them
Yeah,
out.
That's awesome.
absolutely.
Well, thanks again for what you do.
Perfect.
Thanks for having us out.
appreciate it.
This
This
is
is
awesome.
great.
Thank you.
Of
That cat,
Yes,
he's
they are
just
zoned.
so
Just
chill,
zoned.
man. That's so funny.
I hope
They're
this
all
poultry
out.
is
Yeah.
They're like
Yeah, I loved looking at them like in there, just all cuddling up.
When we got here, they were all over the place, and now they're
Yeah.
just kind of chilling. That's awesome.
Hi.
Yeah.
It's nap time.
Yeah.
It is.
They got a good life now.
Oh yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's so much
You
fun.
guys, this was so great.
Hey, what's up? Well, I wish we had like a totally worldwide audience of millions of people, but we'll spread the word as much as we can to help you. That's
You'll get
You know,
there.
that's
Sure,
awesome.
we will.
These guys are
This
cool.
is just so fun.
Yeah.
Like I haven't even gone up to turn it off because I can't.
We
It's
call
like-
it a business meeting.
Exactly.
Like at our home, if you needed something, you're like, I'm in a business meeting. Will somebody make my water? It's very important.
That's
one.
great. Yeah, you can't disturb them when they're sleeping.
No.
Oh.
Oh, like stretching me, rolled over, and he about fell off.
Yeah, that's Paloma. Because that's pigeon in Spanish. That's the only Spanish one. What's your name? Pigeon or penguin? We just did these names.
I don't know how you remember them all.
I
That's
don't
awesome.
either.
Penguin and then
Who are you?
That one's like
That's
he's
Owl.
being really good. He likes you.
I know. I know my little baby.
Black Hawk. Hi.
Hey, buddy, you coming
That's
back to see me?
Pheasant.
Hey, I think you came to see me earlier for a minute. That's a good
Yeah, Pheasant was all over me this whole time too. It's funny, some will just like randomly choose to be on here all the time.
Right?
And
Yeah.
then like it'll be a different one the next day.
Can you tell pretty easily like which ones are gonna be more social and which ones are gonna be more like hide under the bed type cats?
So there's a trick, it's called the dangle test.
Oh.
If you dangle the cat like this, like this one's probably gonna be a chill cat. Because it didn't really react.
Hi.
Let's see, Paloma.
What you doing?
You are purring up a storm.
Probably not.
Because it's fighting a little bit more with the feet.
We got there. Probably just a little loud. They're all like, I was napping. Oh no, snag
Oh,
your
that's all right.
shirt.
That's all right. So what we do? We do this?
Yeah, chill. Yeah.
That's so interesting.
You're a good kid.
Yeah, we did this dangle
That's
test.
so funny.
Pretty chill. I'm like, I don't know how.
So I've heard like
accurate it actually
with
is.
puppies, like when they're really little, you're supposed to like hold them upside down.
Yeah,
right?
I feel like that's
I
like
don't know what
the
that exactly
universal
does, but-
dog test.
Yeah,
and this is the
something
universal
for-
cat test.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
How's he
I'm
doing?
loving this one.
Yeah, he's a good
Aw.
kid.
He's purring his
He's a
heart
black
out.
kitty.
You wanna come home for Halloween? No.
Superstitious.
I know.
Yeah.
He's good.
Yeah, my sister owns 3 black cats. One is missing
Oh,
its
really?
tail, one is missing a leg, and then one is just a solid cat.
Yeah. I love the 3-legged animals. Like, not that you feel bad for them, but you're just like, oh, you're so cute.
It's so cute. I tend to manifest cats. Like when we first got started, me and Erica like were back together in St. Louis. We were caring for our granddad, and it was COVID, and I was like, I just really want like kittens. Like let's just find some kittens. So she went on vacation and she found 2 kittens, and she's like, Elizabeth, you won't believe it. She comes back and they were even bigger than this, and I was like, no, I want like bottle feeders.
Oh wow.
Literally like the next day, somebody dropped off 3 bottle feeding kittens.
Oh my God.
And the person called us and we're like, will you help? And we're like, yeah. So I manifested all those, and then it was like a few years ago where she found a cat that had been hit by a car, and they thought they were gonna have to amputate its leg, and I was like, okay, well, glad it's saved. Like, how cute would a 3-legged cat be?
Yeah.
Like, oh, so cute. And then like a week later, I swear, I found a cat on the side of the road, and I caught it, brought it in, checked it out. It was fine.
Wow.
Brought it back home, and then it started limping. And because cats will like hide really well if they have any sign of weakness.
Really?
Especially probably feral ones, I bet.
Yeah, so it fully hid from the entire vet office that it had a fully fractured leg. Until like it felt comfortable enough to show that it was actually in like a lot of pain, and they had to amputate it.
Oh no.
So then I got my 3-legged cat.
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
And that was a lucky cat because she was all black and then 3-legged, and then we also named it Cricket because it was eating, when they x-rayed it, they found only crickets in its tummy, like it was living off crickets.
Oh, that poor
I
thing.
know.
Oh.
Now Cricket is very fat and happy with his 3 legs.
They're very chill.
They are. I thought they'd be more running around, but that's okay.
Well, that's because they got full bellies.
That's
right?
true.
Yeah, honestly,
They're
this is
taking
like
they're
some of
starting
the
to.
chillest I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Being in here with them.
They're kind of
Good
starting to
evening.
move around again a little bit.
Blackhawk's coming to you.
Hey, Blackhawk, what's up, buddy? Come here. Come on. You can come over. What's up? What's up, dude? Yeah, you're a good kitty.
They're all just good cats. They're just so chill.
What's up, buddy?
Yeah, this is
What's up?
this is chill,
Chill,
but
yeah.
this is rare.
Fair.
What's up, buddy?
They knew they were on camera. They got a little camera shy, maybe.
Yeah.
Hi.
We'll behave. We want to find homes.
Exactly.
Yeah, we gotta look
We
good.
won't show our crazy
Gotta
stuff.
look good on the show, otherwise.
You've been listening to Getting Real with Real Estate with the Kemp team. Have questions about real estate or something you'd like to discuss? Contact the Kemp team at 314-336-1926 or visit our Facebook page at facebook.com/the Kemp team. Don't want to miss any episodes? Follow us on your favorite podcast app or YouTube. The Kemp team. Real, honest real estate.